All right, we're almost there.
Yeah, I guess there's about a 10-second delay. I waved my hand about 10 seconds ago, and now I'm seeing it.
Oh wow, that is quite the lag on stream.
Oh, but that's always my lag. That's why Dio is able to be 5 seconds ahead of me on the whammies.
Mm. All right, so how's the volume level, everybody? Do we need to crank it up some more, or are we good? I think the chat might be lower than mine.
I'm
Oh,
coming in as a force
incoming!
ghost.
Here comes the whammy.
Hey, Geo Frey.
Theo. Hello.
Hey.
Welcome,
Oh,
Jeff.
weird. Oh, weird. You can't see me?
No, have you tapped on the video?
Oh, I thought I did. Trying to find the option. Here we
Oh,
go.
hey.
Hey, welcome to the party.
What's going on?
It's kind of weird because I'm on here twice.
It's quite a bit of lag here between the Twitch stream and
Yeah, I shut the volume of the Twitch stream off because otherwise I'll hear the Twitch stream like 10 seconds after I hear the other stream. I don't know
uh,
what Drew is doing with his hands there.
Yeah, just so I don't
it's
see
funny.
this. I don't see the stream. So like both video cameras are, like they're doing it for me in real time. But I'm willing to bet that camera one and camera two are not synced up on Twitch.
Actually, you're almost perfectly synced. You're the the visuals are almost perfectly synced. They're mirror imaged. So your right hand and your left hand are mirror imaged. Because Zoom doesn't auto mirror image, but your the Streamlabs does.
Hey, it's weird seeing you twice, Drew.
It's actually weird seeing you once, but twice is just too
Well,
much.
hey, double your pleasure, double your fun. Alrighty, so we are here, and we'll get some more people streaming in as things go. But we are here, this whole big stream, to celebrate the 5,000th post on damage control.
You would-
Somebody hit up that blog word keyword in the chat just in case. I mean, I can do it, so I'm not sure why I'm telling everybody else to.
And just to help everybody out with the math, uh, from a percentage point of view, my contributions out of 5,000 comes out to, if I did my math correct, 0%.
Yeah, somewhere in
But
there.
I'm taking up about 33% of
Well,
this meeting.
you
uh,
are. So out of the 5,000, you feature on 13.
Oh, nice.
oh,
That's
that's more
actually
than I
math
thought.
wise significant figures. That's still close to zero.
Oh, yes. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. But,
All right.
you know, still not zero. That's okay. There have been. I remember by the time I had my 13th post, I had spent a year not posting a single thing. So, you
A
know.
year?
Oh, yeah, no, there was this big year gap that I saw earlier this month when I was going through to verify the account.
Would you call it a gap year? Were you in Europe?
Well, I was in a gap of some kind.
Mm.
Oh, I didn't realize you'd gone that long.
Oh, yeah, that was quite the drought. But that was like the creation of Drew's Day was kind of a response to me just slacking off that so much there.
Oh, we've been at it for so long that my memory's spotty about going back that far. You remember what year that was?
No, that was pretty. That was fairly early on. I want to say it wasn't like a full calendar year. Like I stopped early one year and came back in late the next. But I want to say that was 2011 to 2012, maybe.
Oh, even that's later than I thought.
Um,
Also, I think this is the first time Magnus is seeing me. Hi, Magnus.
Hi. Actually, this is the first time I've seen you.
Yep.
How's it going?
It's going good,
Yeah, Magnus.
all things considered.
It may not be the last.
That's right. So when you stream in,
You have all kinds of terrible games to stream.
oh yeah,
Because every one of those games that somebody like Goblin comes up with for damage control to stream with using the channel points, those are all for you, Dio.
Oh no.
oh yeah. So that's Adventure Island 2.
Yeah, Adventure Island 2.
Regular Adventure Island 2, not Super.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
goodness. So I've never played an Adventure Island game, so
You don't want to.
oh, that good.
Oh, it's that very good. You're gonna love it. You are going to love it so much.
Yes, Floppy. I am the. Hi, Floppy.
Alrighty, yeah. Let's actually take a quick peek over to to the streaming list.
Oh, hey, we have a new connection.
All right, a new challenger approaches.
Hi, Angela. I can't hear.
It still says connecting.
Oh,
so
yeah.
her audio might not be in yet.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Oh, yeah, we got you now.
Yeah, we can
Oh,
hear you
sweet. And echo. I'm going to close the stream.
Yeah, I definitely have to close the stream.
Or just
Okay.
mute it.
Or well, mute it.
now. Yeah, I'll turn my speakers off.
Yeah, let me do that. Hold on. Ain't no thing today.
Well, won't let me window capture my browser, so I can't show everybody the amazing list that we've got for Dio.
What?
Not that
list.
Oh, I'm gonna add mystery quest
There
to
we go.
that.
Stream still says
no.
pressure luck. You guys want to change it to maybe just chatting?
Oh yeah, we should probably do that before we get Twitch.
I haven't refreshed. Mine still says where in the USA is Carmen San Diego. So
Yeah, so is mine. We're all pressing our luck here.
All right. I'm good decision to move away from Discord and use Zoom instead.
Okay.
So what happened with Discord again?
I couldn't get the audio to work without the
Oh,
weird
okay.
chipmunk sound or squeaking noise.
Oh, the mouse pissing on cotton, or was it something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, title and game have been updated.
All right, let me move that to this window over here.
I should refresh, see what it looks like.
All right, but just now the Trello is public, but I don't know if we have it linked anywhere. But Theo, of course,
It's
is
in
our...
the on the Twitch page and in the description. If you're using the web browser, it's in the about us section. Like go down. It's definitely I made sure I put it on there so we'll never lose the link, so Dio can always remember.
Beauty.
Oh, thank you. Oops, sorry.
So we've got so Dio, of course, is the most or Jeff, as we know him in Zoom, is our most prolific writer here at Damage Control.
Hold on a sec.
With several regular articles, including the Fighting Games Friday. And
There we go.
in that vein, we've got on the Trello list here a bunch of suggestions for fighting games to play, like Shaq Fu, Street Fighter, the movie, the game, Balls, Star Wars Masters of Terraskasi, Hey Punk, Are You Tough Enough? Which was just recently added to the Nintendo Online Switch selection that swears to God it's not the Virtual Console.
When did that get there?
Can I add an actually interesting option?
No.
Clay Fighter 63.
As long as he suffers, yes.
Clay Fighter 63 and a third.
Oh goodness.
All right, Clay Fighter 63 and a third. Oh yeah, can't wait. Can't wait to see Bad Mr. Frosty.
Yeah.
Was that one of the 64 games you had back in the day, Magnus?
I had rented it, so we definitely played it. I never owned it though,
Yeah,
but I rented it a couple times.
I remember it being. Well, actually, I don't know if it was that one or one of the ones on Super Nintendo that was in the demo
Oh,
kiosk.
sorry, guys.
Riches.
That I would not remember. I don't think I ever went to that store to play demo games.
I think the only Play Fighter game I've played is in a store kiosk. Maybe Blockbuster Video or Toys R Us.
Yeah. Having a Toys R Us nearby must be nice.
Oh, they're all gone now.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
We had a KB Toys.
Oh yeah. That was about it.
We didn't have a Blockbuster or a Toys R Us in the area till well after the Super Nintendo N64 time.
Oh yeah. Well, no, we still never got a Toys R Us in the area.
No, wow.
Well, yeah, like we'd have to go either if we drove 2 miles, 200. No. We gotta do this properly. We gotta express it in time. If we drove 2 hours south or 2 hours north, we could get to a Toys R Us, after they were built. Though I think the one 2 hours south was there since we were wee ones.
The one in South Portland, that's not 2 hours. That's like an hour and a half. Even from Turner.
I mean, it's just like it's practically a half hour just to get to the turnpike.
Well, yeah, for you. That's what I'm saying. Even from Turner.
Yeah.
Jeez. We had like several in driving distance in Philly.
Oh, definitely. Like there was, I think there was one like 10 minutes away from me by car, and at my job out in Willow Grove, one on the way.
Yep, and for those of you not on the East Coast, Turnpike is an interstate highway, but you have to pay to use it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the Jersey Turnpike, I-95, I-76. That's all. That's all I got.
We yes each other in real life, actually. No, but as far as real life meetups, Angela, Jeff, and I have managed to get together precisely once in real life. However, that was when I broke my leg running up the rocky steps.
I wouldn't say it was broken. You just sprained your ankle.
We thought
his
it was
leg
broken.
fell off.
Oh no, it was like I was in recovery from that for a year. It was,
Oh wow!
Oh wow! I had no idea.
Oh no, I tore my. I basically got an ACL tear.
Wow!
Goodness.
It's like welcome to Philly.
Oh.
Yeah,
Guess you're not taking on
right?
Rocky. Guess you're not taking on Rocky anytime soon.
Oh,
Yeah, it's it was an amazing day. So we're coming, and we're like, I'm texting Drew, and he's like, I'm here, and he's like, just fell down the steps of the art museum, refused an ambulance. I was like, oh my god, what is happening?
Well, my parking was only good for 4 hours, so I didn't want to get the car towed while I was getting checked out.
Yeah, when you first said you'd run up the steps, I didn't believe you until you started limping.
Yeah, and that was the funniest thing. This is the first time we were meeting. Jeff was actually the first person on the scene, and he stood and he was waiting for everybody else to show up about 10 feet away from where I was collapsed down the stairs.
I saw you. I said, "Wait, I think that's him, but I'm not sure."
Yeah. And then Angela came on. That was actually the second time Angela and I was meeting, because we caught each other briefly. I was leaving work and she was going to Otakon, so we crossed paths at Grand Central Station or whatever they called it.
It was
I don't remember anymore. It hasn't been that long. Why don't I
No, it doesn't.
remember?
But it's like I never go there, so I don't remember. But some big station, and like we're waiting for Drew, so we got some chicken because I kept hearing this place called I forgot what it was called. We don't have them here.
That was Bojangles.
Yeah, Bojangles. Thank you. So we get some food there, and it's not the full restaurant experience, the terrible train station version. So we're waiting, and poor
Yeah, I
Drew,
mean,
he's
it wasn't terrible, but I wouldn't recommend it over any place
it
you
was,
could sit down in.
but it was under a heat lamp for hours. So
Oh,
poor Drew, he's off from work and he's trying to meet us, so he's a little bit disheveled
Yeah.
and he's panting hard. And we're like, "Come on, Drew, just sit down, have some chicken."
Yeah, in the meantime, I've got like the train schedule in the back of my head because it's like, 2.5 hour train ride all the way back up to, the closest point where you could live to DC and actually afford to pay rent. And even then, just barely.
jeez.
You
Yeah,
know, yeah. The jobs in DC don't really pay. It's a place you go
They
to.
do if you're a politician.
Yeah,
obviously.
it's a place you go to after you're rich, not to become rich.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I've
No,
got a friend who from our Balto chat who he comes in here every so often. You probably seen the name Coaster.
Mhm.
He moved from Michigan to DC for a job, and he has to live on the outer edges of Virginia in an apartment complex that's because he can't afford any of the homes around there. But he works for a
Jeez.
university.
I didn't know the cost of living around there was so high.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, went to Otakon. My biggest complaint was everything was so expensive. I'm like, they're charging us New York prices, and most of this place around here looks like North Philadelphia, which you guys only some. I guess only Jeff's going to get the reference, but North
Oh
Philadelphia is
gosh.
like the bad part of town. Everything's kind of run down. So I'm like, these prices are ridiculous. And I'm like, I walk 2 blocks this way, and I'm like, I'm feel like I'm home in North Philly.
Oh, the place kind of neighborhood where you like pull up the windows.
Yeah, there was like a Walmart attached to like a like not a skyscraper, but a couple story high building.
Hmm.
And I remember some of the other attendees from Otakon, they just came out and they were like, "Hey, there were people fighting in Walmart. Like they got into a fist fight
Oh no,
in Walmart."
Oh, that's
that
Walmart.
happens at my local Walmart too now.
Yeah, Walmart seems to be the place to be if you want to fight.
We
But
we have murders at my Walmart, so it's
oh,
cool.
goodness,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
usual.
that's just a Walmart experience.
But
Yeah.
even in DC, you get the Walmart experience.
Oh yeah. Well, no, that's the beautiful thing about DC is that you get every every kind of person that's out there in the world. They're passing through DC on any given day for whatever reason, or they're already there. It's like you can't go. There's not a lot of places that's just one place where you can go and you can see the world in one spot. As far as people go, you're not going to have like the Sphinx in DC or whatever. I mean, if you want that
Yeah,
experience, you got to go to Vegas.
yeah, I was
You,
about to say that.
you can have the Eiffel Tower and Caesar's Palace, but yeah,
Are you
it's
sure the Sphinx isn't there?
Uh,
Maybe it's just out of view.
I
if
know
it
the
is, I missed
Smithsonian
it.
has an awful lot of stuff in it.
oh yeah, I went
Yeah,
there.
The Smithsonian's.
Yeah,
it's been years.
I saw the Enterprise in the Smithsonian.
But like a replica, how big was it?
No, it was the shooting model, so about 12 feet.
Oh, okay.
Was that the natural history or the aerospace?
That was the air and space.
Because it would fit in either. Because the natural history has a lot of like the history of film and stuff in it.
Yeah, I was boycotting the Natural History Museum because they had closed the dinosaur exhibit, and they said it was going to be 5 years until it was redone, and I'm like, oh come on, you can get that done in one. You don't need 5.
You waited 65 million. You couldn't wait 5 more.
No, I was waiting 5 more. I wasn't bothering to go to it twice though. I mean, that's the problem. When you're like commuting 5 hours a day, you don't want to hang around in the city after work, and you don't want to make an extra trip on the weekend unless you absolutely have to. So I was very strategic in what stuff around DC I was going to do while I was there.
So what are you 4 hours into that 5 hour wait?
Now?
Yeah. I don't know how long ago you decided that you needed to wait.
Oh no, that was when I got there. That was 4 years ago now. But
Okay. All right.
so maybe in another year or two, I'll be able to take a trip back there and actually see it.
There you go.
But yeah, I could possibly fly into DC faster than I could take the train down.
From where you live now, I would think so.
Yeah. But anyways, welcome to the party, Angela. As we were just
Thank you.
saying. So we've got now officially in the channel our two founders of Damage Control, and what's some secret origin stuff that you can share with the audience here.
I don't think it's that secret. I was still in college. I wanted to start a tech blog. I was going to call it Philly Tech Culture, but Jeff wisely said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! We can't afford to buy tech. We can't afford any of this."
We were just college students about to graduate.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and now we're
buddy.
gonna be like loaded with KFC consoles, right?
So, decided on damage control because I'm trying to remember. It's been more than a decade. One of our classes, it's like a design class, like where they taught us how to use InDesign and all that. I had made a little newsletter and called it damage control. So I took that newsletter and I used it for the blog. Hosted it on my original website attached to the Balto one, the Ice Cave. Um, it was going to be Jeff, and then we had a third person. Her name was Chris, and she was going to do music. So I do like anime, a little bit of video games. Jeff would do video games, and she would do music. She kind of flaked out on us, though. I mean, she had her own thing going. I mean, I don't blame her, but she flaked out a little bit. So it just turned out to be me and Jeff. And after we graduated, kept working on it, got it ready to go in about June. And a bit later, CW came on and joined us. Then after that, it was Drew, because Drew wanted in on the action. And
Yeah, I accidentally auditioned by just writing random stuff in LiveJournal.
Yeah.
yeah,
Don't
so
go looking; it's not there anymore.
oh, live journal. And I actually our mysterious fifth member who posts kind of like randomly. He's like that mysterious party member who comes into your party and then like stays around for a bit and then leaves. You almost never see him again.
The shadow
Alex.
of the group.
Yes, Alex. I saw him posting anime reviews to, that social media website, My Anime List. So I kind of convinced him. I was like, "Hey, would you be interested in, say taking those anime reviews instead of putting them there? Put them on damage control." And that's how I recruited Alex.
Yeah, we also did. Also, Alex travels. Well, in the time before time, Alex traveled around to a whole bunch of conventions doing photography and also, doing write ups for the conventions for us as well. Uh, that has not happened this past year for a mysterious
Yeah.
reason that I just can't fathom.
I wonder why.
Yes, I couldn't imagine. I mean, he loves flying and travel like we play video games because he doesn't play video games. Those what do you call it? Those freaking flyer miles. He is a master at getting those. So for mysterious reasons, he's unable to use them. I just don't know why.
Yeah, oh, good. He's not gonna pay $1 to a single flight for like the next decade once this is over. I think because I've just been sitting around like the only way I'm picking up miles myself is I got a Southwest Visa, and I use it to pay off all the bills, and then I pay off the Visa every month, so I've got one due date instead of like six, and which is really handy because I get paid monthly.
Ooh,
So
monthly.
gotta be careful scheduling that.
I-
And it's just miles, 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 miles. I'm like, yeah, I'm not actually going anywhere ever. Got like 90,000 just kicking around right now.
Someday you'll use it,
Yeah, I've got
possibly.
the
Yeah.
next three Christmases taken care of and then some.
Yeah, we'll be out of all this one day soon, maybe.
Maybe.
All right. So do either of you have any favorite or least favorite blog posts you wanna rag on somebody or celebrate them for?
Oh,
Well,
that homework you told me to do, I didn't do.
Yeah, yeah. Nobody did any of the homework. It looks like.
I
Uh,
just
I
randomly
asked for homework and you didn't give me any. I would have been prepared.
I just randomly thought about some posts this morning.
all right,
Hell,
I said,
all right, Jeff. What do you
wait,
got?
was I supposed to make a list or something?
No,
oops.
no, just bring something to talk about. Is anything? And then there was the second part of the homework, which Angela got started on at least, but we didn't have enough clips to make a proper montage of us suffering during the streaming. But that's okay because there would have been just us two. It would be better to get more people in on it, right, Jeff?
Yeah, Jeff.
Twitch streaming?
Oh.
Yeah, we need more of your dulcet tones
Oh
on the channel.
goodness.
Ooh, I've got some favorite moments. Most of them come from you though, Drew. With the live streams.
Come on, my personality's not that big.
You're the
Oh,
best of us all.
Chroma
Watching it
Squad.
fail is nice.
the Chroma Squad live stream was absolutely amazing. Just
It's unfortunate we haven't. That was like one of the first ones. It's very unfortunate we haven't topped that.
yeah, that was crazy. And I think a personal favorite of mine was the Time Spinner live stream, just because that was the look of that game was amazing. If I was more into those Metroid style games, I'd probably have picked it up myself. But watching you stream it every week was pretty good. Shame it didn't get more love on YouTube.
Yeah, that's kind of been a substitute for me. Is just watching a stream or a let's play of a game that's like, ooh, this game interests me. I will never play it.
Oh, I had so many.
Yeah, I mean, I just watch like Five Nights at Freddy's is not a very complex game, but the Twitch reaction is the Twitch reaction, not the hey, we're on Twitch reaction. Is not the kind of gamer I am, so I would lose quickly at it. So I just sat back and watched Markiplier, and that was good enough for me.
We went on our whammies. We played it.
Oh goodness, no, you would blow up the chatbot.
I mean,
I'm surprised you haven't put it on my Trello list or something.
I think
You know better than to say that, Jeff.
That's in fate right now.
I think for me, watching people, speaking of, I thought Detroit Become Human was a game I was never going to play. So I settled for watching like Markiplier. I don't know if Markiplier played it, but I know Northern Lion played it. So I settled for watching his streams. Never did I think I'd be on the other side of that.
I was a fun stream.
And it's kind of been viral because I was getting my Detroit in by watching you play, and now I have a copy. And it's really weird because like structurally, it's a really interesting game. The story is crap.
Yeah, it is. I'm like, why do people say David Cage is the best storyteller ever? Oh, you can't criticize
Yeah,
his game.
Yeah, is
I haven't played any other adventure game.
moderated list of words?
Should be. He should be.
It might be. I haven't tested it.
Somebody who's not a moderator, try typing David Cage and see what happens.
I think we're all moderators.
We're all mods.
Uh-oh.
Anybody
Yeah.
watching who's not a mod?
Maybe Floppy?
You still with us, Floppy?
Hey, Floppy, if you're still listening to us, type David Cage and see if it works.
Yeah. Is Katarine still with us?
Oh, that would help too.
Oh, Goblin.
Oh, Goblin, you're in.
Give us a David Cage.
It's probably paying attention to more entertaining stream.
Honestly, it would be more
What?
entertaining than this Brady bunch of talking heads right here.
I can't imagine a more entertaining stream.
Yeah, how dare you just work in there when you could be here chatting with us?
It just boggles my mind why anybody would have something better to do on a Saturday.
All right, like, video games, other streams. Nah, come hang out with us.
Oh yeah.
Saturdays.
We'll even take another swig of the Thin Mint, though. It's probably it hasn't warmed up to room temperature yet. It's probably still potable. guys in the chat, you've got, following Floppy's example here. If anybody has any questions to throw out, we will absolutely jump on those. And,
Yes, questions.
but until you've got something you're just itching to know, we will continue with the storytelling.
All right.
So, one of the amazing failed projects, I was always roping Magnus here into doing random projects with me for the channel, and maybe half of them actually got used. And there was this one famous one that we actually had false starts on a grand total of twice, even. And that was doing a video tour of Fun Spot and the attached Classic Arcade Museum in Laconia, New Hampshire, which was a favorite day trip destination of mine, and hopefully a top 10 destination for you, Magnus.
Well, it is a place that we decided was a pilgrimage point, because it's just far enough away where you really have to plan for it, but it's significant and fun for the whole family. Let's hope it still exists the next time you're in the New England area.
Yeah, so Fun Spot itself seems to be doing okay, but none of the fundraisers for the Classic Arcade Museum are something that they could do. They've got their normal fundraisers. They got a bingo hall running all year, and that brings in enough money, but not a lot of bingo happening in quarantine.
No.
Yeah.
Now, they had a GoFundMe trying to raise 50 grand. Last time I looked at it, it was about a month in, and they'd done 30. But I suppose in theory they've got all year to get the last 20.
So a couple of things that we need the next time we try to shoot video there, is you need to get quality video of how awesome I am at mini golf.
Oh, yes.
And I need to learn Dracula's speech for the next time I sit on the throne, because I just couldn't get that at all. I really screwed that up.
Yeah, well,
Like
the
it
good
was
news is you had enough of it for the Vine for the Bloodstained promotion.
That's true.
you mean that speech, Dracula?
The what is a man speech from I can't remember the name of the game now. Symphony of the Night.
Never heard of it.
I gotta say, we got such a wonderful sound out of you knocking the plastic cup over. What is a man?
He was going to go on the throne and say like it was not by my hand. I am once again given flesh, stuff like that.
And so the idea that we got to eventually is that we had to stand very still in frame, and I would feed him the lines, and then we just cut the air gaps out. Since I was back to the camera, so you couldn't see me Cyrano de Bergeracing the whole
I'm
thing.
sorry, Drew. Could you pantomime being back to the camera again? I didn't get it. It looked like you only went slightly sideways. So I'm not sure what you mean by back to the camera.
Well, I was going for the pantomime since this is a visual medium and everything, but I'm actually too close to the wall to give it a showing. Yeah, no, the first shooting, I simply tossed out because it's an indoor shoot, so you need a good camera, and boy oh boy did I not have a good camera, and it was standard definition and things were moving over to widescreen if not HD, and the quality was just crummy, and I don't even know if I still have the footage course there that took Magnus 12 strokes, with 9 of them being at the cup.
Yeah, that was a rough time. Showing off. That trip was before we golfed, so I didn't have any real way to practice.
You know, this is how people suffer in days gone by.
Yeah, I've had better days mini golfing. I mean, I've literally not had worse days mini golfing, so by default, every other time I've mini golfed went better.
So was that the same trip that we got the pizza and, you know, it was as greasy as usual, but we put a paper towel on it to stop up the grease, and it immediately soaked through and we couldn't find the towel again?
I don't remember that specific thing happening, but we get pizza every time we go, and I always put napkins on my pizza. So, like, I don't remember. It was one of the first times we went, though. It was the early 2000s.
Oh, how long?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fun spot's a wonderful location, but it does desperately need a better pizza place in there.
It really is not that good of food. It does have a nice bar, though.
Yeah,
and you can get
food's fine.
The bar is good, but like the pizza place that's near the main entrance, is really bad. I mean, I guess it doesn't need to be because there's nowhere else to eat, so people just eat it. So they probably don't put any resources into it. But
Oh, I'll be right back.
Okay.
After these messages, or no?
after these messages, we'll be right back.
Good voice.
Okay, so you've done so many feature series over the course of the blog. If you had, you know, if we're pointing an Edric sword to your head and making you choose which one you've enjoyed doing the most,
Right
which
back.
would it be?
I'd be dead. When I thought about the question, the first piece I thought about was the PS3 commemoration piece, where we picked 5 games and that we enjoyed the most over the course of the generation. You know, the funniest thing is I don't remember what games I picked.
You know, I don't blame you for not being able to zero on the exact games, because every time we do that, we're really stepping on each other's toes with each pick. So like we get like 2 games that we really wanted, and then the other 3 is like, oh crap, somebody else got that one. This.
Always make sure that they get my choices in before you get yours in, Drew. And the second post I thought about was the Shadow of the Colossus review. I think I did back in 2008 or 2009. I think it was September of 2008. It was a long time ago. I'm not the biggest fan of a lot of my old writing on the blog, but that one I like.
Oh, that's fine. Going through and looking at the old stuff. Yeah, I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of it either, and which is the weirdest thing, because like I actually think my old stuff is better than my new stuff, but it was still in that like growing the beard era where we hadn't like landed on a style or a tone or anything, so it just doesn't fit. Yeah, I was just writing whatever.
Oh, speaking of growing the beard, you should see the post from like July or August of 2008 when I was just posting anything and everything that came to my mind.
Yeah, those like 3-sentence posts.
Yeah. If that.
Yeah, we didn't really have a format down or anything.
I didn't end up actually reviewing it. It just started off as like introductory arc, brief synopsis, and then I just moved on with my life. And yeah, that's one I'd want to have back. That was the one for Scrapped Princess.
Maybe we should go back. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and it was so bad I actually got called out in the comments for it. And like I forget whoever put that there, because we've had a lot of, I don't know if it was one of our regular commenters or another staff member or just somebody who just came and went. But yeah, no, whoever you were absolutely right.
Oh, I missed that comment. I got to go back and see it. I'm sorry, Drew.
Oh yeah, it's right there. Yeah, no, we have had some interesting comments over the years. Actually, remember you got some interesting people on your Kick for Kickstarters there, Jeff, where you actually got part of the production staff.
Yeah.
Yeah, which one was that? Was that the Writing Bean Kickstarter?
Yeah, Animigo.
Oh,
And I remember it was an Xseed staffer that commented on a post I had.
oh yeah.
And it's like, yeah, because it happens like very briefly. Like it'll go a while, and then all of a sudden there'll be this thing that pops. It's like, wait a minute, do we actually have reach?
Yeah.
Very.
Sometimes you never know who's reading.
Yeah, I found like some of your articles, Jeff, being shared in like Shimigami Tensei Reddit.
What, Reddit?
Yep. We got some we got some questions from Floppy in the chat.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Big on Reddit.
What have I done?
I remember that guy you pissed off about the Dead or Alive.
Oh yeah, that came in from Twitter, didn't it?
Yeah.
I thought I wrote the post. I'm like, what am I gonna yell at? My name's not in my line.
Oh, hang on a second. We got another audio kerfuffle.
Okay.
I'm going to fix up that audio, and then we'll get right into Floppy's questions. Un momento, por favor.
Oh, well.
Power coupling and the dilithium crystal. We came back on just as Magnus said we'll be back in a second, so good timing. Are we out of the water?
Mute. Sounds good to me. Muting again.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I will play the role of Floppy, and I will ask the questions.
Okay.
All right. I just want to give it just one more moment to see if we get some life from Floppy. I'd hate for him to miss the answer to his own questions.
Oh, okay.
I hear sounds. It's good.
Yeah, he's good.
And I'll do my best Floppy voice for this. How did you all come to know each other? Or start the damage control blog even.
Oh, I had no idea what DCP was. I thought it was some kind of drug.
It's
a drug.
It's a
awesome
hardcore drug from Canada.
Yeah, it's like maple
made
dust.
made from maple syrup.
Oh, it's a shame CW's not in here yet. AKA Joseph, our Canadian writer. Okay, so I guess I'll get started. I met Jeff at college. We both went to Temple University together, and we were also both in the journalism program. I'm trying to remember how we met. Was it just, did we notice some weird nerd stuff, or was it we had a friend named Ann and we had a friend named Chris? Did they introduce us? I can't remember.
It's totally
I remember
weird stuff.
you sat behind me in the class. I think it was I can't remember which class it was. It was a journalism class, I know.
Yeah.
And I I think no, we're not dating.
Oh, I don't know. Are we dating? Oh, Magnus, you're supposed to read Floppy's questions.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So, you all two dating?
Like
We
all
are.
of us or just two of us?
I'm going to go with all of you. I'm just going to guess that's what he meant.
No.
Drew, I never knew.
Yeah, and that's why it'll never happen. You just don't pick up the clue phone, Jeff.
You're breaking my heart.
I guess the simple answer is no. Floppy's reply.
All right, come on, Magnus.
The laugh almost implies that they want to, but also implies that hell no.
Yep, so they're hiding behind the awkward laughter that they want to, but society is keeping them apart.
Again,
Basically, it's a
no.
weird love triangle with Drew. They both want him, and he can't decide which one.
Oh,
That's the truth.
We're gonna go
Drew,
with that.
Drew, you know it never worked.
It's basically the long distance problem. He refuses to move to Philly.
Yeah, Drew, how could you? Just think
Yeah,
of all
you
the
know,
Wawa and
Would
cheese
have been an
sticks you could
easier
have had.
commute, actually, for me to have worked in Philly instead of DC, but, that's water
See?
under the bridge now.
Yeah, you're probably all situated in, is it St. Louis now?
Yep. I am a young man, so I went west. And I'm still not west yet. I'm still in the eastern half.
Oh, that explains. Oh, yeah, that was your whole reasoning for that Oregon Trail stream. It was a
Yes.
secret plot.
One bout of dysentery, and Drew stopped.
Yep, you've got to.
He only made it to St. Louis.
Yes, you are intended to read into absolutely everything I do.
Oh, okay. All right, let's finish.
Well, it's a
answering the
blog we're
question.
supposed to read.
Yeah, so-
I guess we should finish Floppy's question.
yes.
Yeah, journalism classes, notice geek stuff like, hey, fellow JRPG nerd, I'm also a JRPG and anime nerd, and then let's be friends, and then we're still friends so many years later.
Okay,
Yeah,
so which social link were you building with that one? Which persona did Jeff power up for you?
Let me think.
Well, that came. We met around the time Persona 3 was releasing, though.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm going to say fortune. He's good fortune, good luck. So he's the fortune social link.
Really?
Now, I want to say, actually, despite you meeting Jeff in person long before you ever met me, I want to say I have seniority because like Ice Cave was back in high school.
Yeah, way back. I remember, if my memory serves me correctly, you sent me like an email, like from my Pokemon website.
Yeah.
And then when I had some forums and I had a Pokemon section in the forums, let me back up a little bit. The Ice Cave was my Balto fan site. I went all out, got a domain and everything, which I still have, theicecave.org. It's not there anymore. Hashtag I'm working on it. But I built some forums because we originally had a Yahoo club and I had a website, so I thought we ought to have some forums. But I also like Pokemon and video games and stuff like that. So I built a section in the message board for that. And Drew joined in for the Pokemon. He didn't quite hang out with us for the Balto section, but he was there for Pokemon and the video games.
I don't think I ever actually watched Balto until like 2008.
It's okay. It's a good
When
movie.
I was working in the video store.
I've still never seen it.
Blasphemy.
Am I fired?
No, you're not fired. You're good fortune.
Not so much fired as burned.
Hey,
Is that a whammy?
We can watch that KFC movie together. We can watch Balto together.
Okay.
Uh, but yeah, that's how I met Drew, and I actually met Joseph, who was obviously not here. Through the Bottle League, the Yahoo chat one, I brought him on as a moderator for the Ice Cave, and so we've been friends like that. I can't remember because in 2001 I was still living in Arizona. Like I'm not from Arizona. I was born and raised in Philly. When I was about 11, we moved to Arizona. Then when I was about 17, we came back because mom was like, "It's too damn hot out here." So
Sounds right.
yeah, it was like 101 nights. Like, and I'm not requiring to actual 101 nights. I mean the temperature of 101 at night.
All right, so not Arabian bedtime stories.
No,
Ah,
it's just very hot nights. And very hot, even hotter days. Not in a fun way either. But I don't
A
remember if
lot
I'm.
harder than hot in a
A
lot
lot
of
of
good ways. No.
Yes. I wish it was like regular hot, where you're like, wow, that person's hot, but like,
they
oh
say
no,
about
she's hot.
Arizona, a fool off his guard will fall and fall hard out there on the dunes.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm first year out there. I'm like, is this glass in the sand? Is the sand melting? But so we escaped from there. Not a bad state. Some messed up politicians though. They sure did love their guns. I mean, I don't even know what Texas is like. But anyway, CW, uh, aka Joseph. I don't remember if I met him before or after I got back from Arizona. It was in 2001 ish. I'm gonna say I met him when I got back to Philly, and we've been friends ever since in the Balto League. And Alex, he came in through again the forums, the Ice Cave forums or the Icy boards, and I think I'm gonna say that was about 2004. So out of everyone here, I've known Drew the longest as corresponding online. Like I've never even heard his voice or seen his face since until we started the YouTube channel, and I heard him and Magnus playing the Castlevania game for the first time. That was the first time I actually heard his voice. Like I said,
wow.
didn't know what he looked like until he started his
The
Drew versus
pinnacle
Food.
of game streaming.
Even I didn't know all this. Wow, about
Yes,
Drew?
Yeah,
Drew's been around for a
secret
while.
origins, secret origins. You guys
I'm
didn't
learning
think we
so
had.
much.
You guys didn't think we had any secrets.
I'm learning so much today.
See, oh,
Eh?
I guess we got another question from
We
Floppy.
have another question, but I'll let somebody else read the question so I can answer it.
I guess Drew should.
All right.
So, Magnus, how do you fit in with the Damage Control blog? I see you're an honorary member. How did that come about?
Wow, was that actually Floppy? Oh, wait, no, that was Drew. Sound like twins. Speaking of brothers of Floppy, happy birthday to Floppy's brother.
Hey, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So Drew and I met in 7th grade. So that's somewhere in the mid 90s, probably 95. I don't know when 7th grade happened. And we didn't really know each other that well in middle school. Probably about sophomore year, we had a few classes together.
Yeah, it was a slow burn.
Yeah, it was a slow burn. But probably by the end of high school, we became best of friends and hung out a lot, played a lot of video games, and we did a lot of we tried to do clever things like doing a couch co-op type thing and doing videos like the ones that we tried to do at Fun Spot, different high school shenanigans that nerds will do.
Couch Co-op probably would have just kept on working if I hadn't decided to move after the fourth
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, if you didn't move and strand me here in Maine alone,
Oh,
because that was one of the things that we were pretty good at is for video game, we played a lot of the same video games and we had similar skill sets. There were some games that Drew was a little bit better than I was, but other games that I was a little bit better than him. And it usually depended on who owned the game, who would edge the other. So we played a lot of Smash, played a lot of Mario Kart, a lot of stuff like that. GoldenEye, I'm sure. So that mostly we played played a lot of video games. Andrew was always more of course, I call him Andrew instead of Drew. It's bad habit.
That's
Anyway,
just how far back you go.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I could say his full name because I've heard his mother say his full name in anger before, so I could do that.
Yeah, that don't happen any small number of times. That's why you know the middle names of all the presidential assassins. It's because they're
Right.
in deep trouble.
That's right.
Yeah, they are.
John Wilkes Booth.
Go clean your room. I lost my train of thought on that one. I've known Drew since high school, and we've been doing shenanigans ever since. He was always more of a writer than I was. I kind of I was more of an ideator. You bounce ideas off of me. I talk a lot. Apparently, I like to hear myself talk, and but I never really wrote a lot of stuff down. So it's more of just my association to Drew and helping, like I'll promote Damage Control blog, and I'll, help worked on getting you guys affiliated so that, for your streams and stuff. But as far as actually doing anything of value, I don't really do anything, but
Well, I mean, that was part of the whole idea behind Couch Co-op, is that you had stuff to share, just not in the traditional medium.
Right.
So that was a way to get it out there into the world. But the other inspiration for Couch Co-op is, Chris and I would be, just hanging out Friday night, whenever it was, and then we'd get into like some conversation at 10 o'clock, and then 2:30 comes by and we're still going. Like, the idea fountain just doesn't turn off, and so the initial action here was, let's just record it.
Yeah.
Like, try to cut out the garbage that doesn't end up going anywhere, and see if it sounds coherent.
It's very much a why the hell not kind of.
So the first time we tried to actually record a podcast, like just an audio podcast, anybody who's heard me speak before knows I have a little bit of a speech impediment where I know what I want to say, but my brain doesn't want to process it, and I usually lose the word I'm looking for. So I have long, awkward pauses where I just have to come up with the word. Kind of like an aphasia of not coming up with the word. And Drew had the misfortune of having to edit that first podcast. And out of like 2 hours of us talking, like at least half an hour was just me paused trying to come up with the words I wanted. So that became kind of a difficult thing. If I don't have prompts and if I can't like put down some sort of like, I'm going to do it again because I can't come up with the words that I want, like an outline of what I need to say. I have lots of really awkward pauses. And I do it like if you watch me stream, it's the same thing when I'm streaming. But you can at least watch the stream and see the action on the screen while I'm freezing and unable to come up with the words I want. Yeah. So the idea of an audio only podcast is really difficult unless I have something that I can read directly.
Yeah. So you've got the Shatner aphasia, but
yeah.
Do you think that's better or worse than the Goldblum strategy, which is to overly describe what you're saying while you wait for the word to come to you?
If I could pull off the Goldblum, I would. Because that sounds way more intelligent and interesting than Shatner. I think it sounds worse than either, but I do what I can. And then that's why I have to have nice, pretty visuals like video games going on in the background in order to distract from my inability to speak well. That's why I can do narration just fine, but when I have to speak off of the top of my head, it doesn't flow as well. Assuming I can read the words.
I have to say, I never noticed that on the stream, so you're pretty good at talking around that.
Oh, thank you.
All right, no problem.
Same here.
The more I do it, the easier it gets. But
I think also that a stream is useful in so much that, in a manner of speaking, no, a stream is good that you can pretend to be focusing on something for a moment.
Yeah,
as
I
long
do
as
that.
the gameplay isn't stalled.
But I also and I get distracted too when I'm playing. Like I'll try to think of something, or I'll be trying to like explain something to the audience, and then I'll just trail off, and then like 5 minutes later, I'll be like, "Oh, like I was saying before," and I do that a lot. So,
well, kind of sleepwalk into it and then snap back to attention.
yeah, pretty much.
I guess that happens to a lot of streamers. Not that I know.
I get distracted.
You'll know soon enough. You should,
Yeah, it's
you
easy
should
to
treat
get
this
distracted.
as a learning experience.
Because I'll find out during Street Fighter, the movie, the game.
Oh
yes.
God.
And like, I don't
For
know
you.
off the top of my head which version of that is the worst. I think the arcade version actually.
Yeah, arcade versions.
Yeah, you better get your
Oh God.
your
Oh,
MAME
no.
set up there. Is it MAME or Mommy?
I always pronounced it Maine, but it could be Mame. I did play the arcade version of Mortal Kombat on Maine before, and let me tell you guys, it is one of the worst ripoffs of Mortal Kombat there is.
I played the Tiger Electronics game.
That's
Oh,
what
God.
we need to do. We gotta get our Tiger Electronics streaming going.
No, we
could
don't.
corner the market.
Does the Elgato work with Tiger Electronics, Drew? Can you plug that in anywhere?
Okay.
I mean, you just got to do an HDMI out hack, or I suppose you could get like an RGB mod for your Tiger Electronics.
That'd probably work.
Oh,
Yeah.
we've got another question from the chat.
Favorite game ever? Ladies first.
I'm without a doubt Chrono Trigger. Best game ever made, best JRPG ever. No ifs and or buts.
Yeah, floppy.
Do I sound unoriginal if I say my favorite game is also Chrono Trigger?
Not
That's
at
why
all.
we
Well,
had
you know
that.
what Magnus is about to say, right? Oh, something is supplanted.
Should I go next then?
Yes.
My favorite RPG is Chrono Trigger. My favorite game all time
Breath of the Wild.
is Breath of the Wild.
I was wondering what that background was for. I thought it was just to make
It's just like I didn't know this question was going to be asked. I didn't feed this to Floppy like a couple hours ago. But
oh, shenanigans.
No, the open world, the stuff that you can do in Breath of the Wild, I could just replay the game over and over and over again. And it's the first time I've ever felt that anything has come to that level of polish that a game like Chrono Trigger has. Chrono Trigger is still, like, I play a lot of RPGs. I play all the Dragon Quest games and Final Fantasy games and stuff, and nothing has really hit that same level of polish, that perfect balance that Chrono Trigger has. But I do really like doing the action RPG style, the adventuring in Zelda kind of gives the best of both worlds, because I love the traditional Zelda stuff, Metroid and Castlevania adventuring, all that sort of stuff that I really like. Breath of the Wild kind of gives all that stuff in there.
All right, hey, we've got a proper Canadian on deck for you, Floppy.
I hope this works.
Oh boy.
We have audio.
I can hear you.
Yay.
Welcome to the party, CW.
Yes, CW, welcome.
Hello there.
Yeah,
Hello.
we had a trivia question on Press Your Luck that we really needed you for.
Oh no, what was it?
Well, it asked us how tigers were classified, and the possibilities were birds, amphibians, mammals, or insects, and we couldn't figure that one out.
Of course it's a bird.
Yeah, that's what I said.
We do have a question on deck from the chat, CW. Could you tell us your favorite game?
Yes, I can. Final Fantasy 9.
Oh, nice.
All right, and give us a follow up. Even though you're just going to be stealing from your retrospective in a few months,
A few months.
I have faith.
So,
Oh yeah.
so wait. Follow up, like the second favorite?
Oh no, talk it out a bit.
Chrono
Why
Trigger.
Final Fantasy 9?
Oh, why Final Fantasy 9?
Yes.
Mhm.
It had a huge impact on me when I was first playing it, and I basically marathoned it. And I'll talk about it more when I do the retrospective.
You don't want to spoil it, right?
Nope, no spoilers.
Better tune in.
Stay tuned.
Let's get some clicks on that retrospective.
Yeah, stay
Spoiler
tuned.
alert,
2 years
Vivi
from now.
is the best Final Fantasy character ever.
Wait, who? What'd you say?
Vivi.
Oh, Vivi.
Vivi. Before the age of voice acting, so. Vivi.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
I
Nine
just
was-
pronounced it Vivi as well.
Well, then I'll take the cue from you, and I'll assume you're right.
Yeah, it's been like almost 20 years since I've played Final Fantasy 9, so
Yeah,
I wouldn't remember the name.
Yeah, I played it in high school, so.
I played
Yeah.
it in college. I want to say like 2000, maybe 2003, 2004. All I remember is everybody was going away for spring break, and I said, I have places to go. It's called Final Fantasy 9.
Oh, Floppy doesn't want to know what my favorite game is, apparently, but he's probably correctly guessed that I'll be a jerk ass and say Pong or something.
Well, I'm
well,
not
sure,
gonna
if you're gonna
ask
keep us
this
waiting.
next question until you've answered.
Yeah, Drew, we're waiting.
Yeah.
Well,
I like
we're
Breakout
waiting.
because it's like Pong, but you can play it one player. Like, I always hate the forced multiplayer in games. There needs to be a good single player campaign, and I think Breakout delivers that. But as far as a favorite game comes to, and I'm not going to say Chrono Trigger, but it's.
How dare you?
He's always been an FF6 guy.
Yeah,
You're fired, Drew.
I'm really like even CW put Chrono Trigger in second, but every single time like this question comes up, I have a hard time with it because I want to think of do I want to say, is this the game I had the best time with, or is this a game that I can just keep coming back to forever? Because if it's one of those games I can keep coming back to forever, it's like, I will never say that something like SimCity 2000 is like this transcendent experience, but it's something I've probably played for 11 billion hours, and I think the game that best kind of I'm not 100% sure if this is my number one game, but I think the game at the crossroads of those two things would have to be Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh, nice.
Which is a game that I can and have both sunk gobs of time into just tinkering around with it, but also had a really great experience going through it.
It's a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's shame Ty's not here. That'd probably be his answer.
Okay, and for those of us in the audience who may not be sure, What does Damage Control blog about?
Food.
Video games.
Just random
And
stuff that comes to my head.
anime.
Weird
Movies.
flavored Twix.
Yes, Twix.
Yeah.
Weird conventions where people do weird stuff.
Some kind of chocolate bar that comes in multiple pieces.
Oreos of strange, unusual flavors.
Chicken sandwiches. Let's see. Well, we all have our respective beats that they might not be like solid, but we keep seeming to go around the same parts. Like I do a lot of movie reviews, very little anime, and some games is more or less how it comes together. And everybody's got a different mix.
Um, well, I'm the founder slash owner slash executive editor, all that of the blog, so I make sure the thing keeps running too, and help keep the bills paid.
Yeah,
But I
affiliate
do,
helped.
yes, affiliate did
Yeah.
help.
Thank you everyone for your
Yes,
donations
thank
and
you
subs.
very much. um, when I do stuff, it's video games, anime. I think I've only done like 1 or 2 movie reviews. For some reason, I've been tasked with reviewing Avatar 2 whenever it comes out. I don't know why. I guess I shot myself in the foot with that
Can't
first
wait.
Avatar review.
I think that's bad. Wait till you see the games Jeff's gonna have to play.
Oh God, poor Jeff.
Oh,
But
wait.
but yeah, I used to I used to do like general gaming news. Like there's a bunch of columns we used to have that went to the graveyard, but I used to do general reviews, news roundups, all that stuff. But there's always like a little bit of overlap between all of us. But yeah, we don't we review games. We don't give them ratings, but like reviews, recommendations, editorial about games, all of that good stuff, and anime, other stuff that comes to mind. Occasionally politics, not too often though.
We seem to be
Uh,
getting into it more lately.
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
sometimes frustration boils over in that respect.
Yeah,
Very much
sometimes,
so.
yeah, sometimes political stuff has happened that I had to get into for quarantine control. The feature restarted about a year ago
Yeah,
because
it's
of the
been almost a
pandemic.
year.
Yeah, quarantine control's been really handy because it's because normally when we're doing review stuff, unless it's part of like a retrospective feature, it's something that's come out relatively recently. Whether it ends up being an impressions piece or a flat out review, but quarantine control's kind of been an opportunity to like kind of reach a bit deeper into the past and to be able to share thoughts about like old TV shows and even YouTube channels I've
Yeah.
noticed.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
yeah, quarantine control. It's like I'm going to say for me at the moment it's taken the place of my Geek Babble column where I would talk about the stuff separately, but I just kind of saved it off of quarantine control. Like I said, done podcasts, took some cues from CW with the YouTube stuff. I also snuck a review of Cats in there, of all things, the Cats movie from 2019.
I just started it as a way to talk about all the movies I was watching because I was catching up on the movie backlog. And
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm still not, but
yeah.
I've got a lot of it.
Yeah, ever since we started the Discord server, a lot of there's been kind of a steady decline in news blog posts because we end up like
just
talking all of the news to death right on the Discord.
Yeah.
Plug for Discord real quick. And
oh, we got another
we've
another
got a
question.
first question.
Speaking of quarantine, do you all have plans for the anniversary of 15 days to flatten the curve?
Stay home.
Just step outside for a couple of minutes.
Wear a mask. Stay home.
I wish I could stay home. I got work.
Well, yeah, that's
Oh.
too. That sucks being an essential worker. But I'm on vacation this week, so yay!
Wow, streams every day from Angela.
Absolutely not.
They're-
I might sneak something in. I don't know. Depends on the coin flip. I might just go to sleep. Who knows? The sky is the
Oh.
limit.
Oh man, we could have had you streaming for Magnus yesterday.
Right?
I wasn't on vacation yesterday.
Ah.
Vacation starts today. I mean, if I was home yesterday, I would have jumped in, unlike certain Jeff with a ton
Oh.
of signal problems.
What? Huh? All of a sudden, the signal's really bad.
Your message is breaking up. Please signal again, Captain.
So I think I adjusted my video settings. So let's see if this works.
Okay.
Oh,
hey, we got you.
Hey,
Hey,
Hello.
hey.
Well,
Hey, long time no see.
hey.
Oh yeah, it's been a while.
Mm-hmm. It has.
Oh, nice mug. See, he's tigering it up. Tiger shirt,
Oh,
tiger
yeah.
mug.
Yeah.
You don't look too different since the last time I saw you. I think that was 08.
At
Yes.
least at that far back, yeah.
Yes.
Well, you know, it's like they get people in their 20s to play the high schoolers so,
Mm.
in all the TV shows, so they, like, when they're 40, they don't look any different. Like you all saw Mario Lopez in Recipe for Seduction, right?
I have a
No,
confession
that
to
was
make.
just you, Drew.
I have a confession to make. I've watched that movie about 5 or 6 more times.
You
since then.
what?
Yeah, but did you ever watch Saved by the Bell?
Not since it came on TV.
Yeah, it's been years for
Wait.
me too.
You serious? You watched that movie 5 to 6 times?
Yeah, I watched it the other day. I'm serious.
Huh.
I would. I enjoyed it. I'm not going to make any excuses
I like
for that.
chicken, but not that much.
Oh, I
it's
just-
okay. Well, we got the sequel to I Love You, Colonel Sanders coming this year, so that's something to for Angela.
There's a
to add to our
sequel.
streaming
Oh
list.
yeah. If it comes out
Seriously?
before, if it comes out before Thanksgiving, we'll make it a Thanksgiving stream. If it doesn't come out before Thanksgiving, I've figured we'll just play Heavy Rain to satisfy you David Cage monsters.
Oh, can't wait.
Yeah, we do have at some point the single button playthrough of Detroit, so look forward to that. But
That's all you, Drew.
want to get a little more space between the Detroit streams, so we're not too repetitive.
What I'd
We
like to
also-
know is like when the times for the QTEs, was I just bad at it or is it the game? So I'm curious to see how you
were
do.
bad at it.
Oh.
You've got to play the Persona dancing games on hard to really get good at QTE.
Oh, the game just starts and the cane comes out and it's over.
Yeah,
That's how.
That's what I was going to. I think Orion Trail is my Persona dancing game, Angela.
Yeah.
I can't do anything with rhythm games at all. QTEs,
Well-
anything like that.
Persona games as rhythm games are just bad. They're just bad
So-
games. I said it and I'm not taking it back. I
Persona
love Persona, but
dancing
those are
games.
bad.
That's what makes them so entertaining for the stream.
All right.
Sometimes
PTSD
bad
just
games
thinking
are
about-
funnier to watch.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's get Joseph caught up on the questions though. So like we
Okay.
already heard you how you met Angela from her perspective. So let's see what your side of the story is. See if there's any inconsistencies we need to object to.
It's been like 20 years. I don't remember all the details, but I basically joined the Balta League.
See, I was telling the truth.
Okay.
Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas.
Why are there objections in the Twitch chat?
Who did that?
I see many people did that.
I think it might actually have been almost Christmas.
I can't.
Wow.
Everything just blurs together. So I guess I had already gotten back from Arizona by then.
So we're all getting old.
It was
on this.
2001, October 8 when I joined.
Oh yeah, okay, so it was I was
Mhm.
definitely back.
You
in
remember the
Philly.
exact date?
Mm-hmm.
It was 20 years ago though. Wait, no.
Almost.
No.
Almost 20 years.
Almost 20 years means it wasn't 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at the evidence here, 2021 minus 2008 is 13.
Wait, 2008.
Said 2001, Drew.
You said 2001?
Some of us are listening.
Yes, I joined the Balto League in 2001.
Yeah, 2008 was when I met CW.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was May, late May, or early
Yeah,
June.
it was for
Oh, the judges
yeah.
need to give me a penalty.
Drew, you're in
yeah,
contempt
it
of
was
court.
for the my 25th birthday / yay, I graduated from college party.
Yeah.
Yep, that was it. On that meeting, I will never forget how good CW was at what was it, Puzzle Fighter?
Puzzle Fighter, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you never played it before.
I mean, I think you still beat me, but yeah, I had a lot of fun.
I don't think you did. I
Set up a grudge match on
think
the
I lost.
stream.
We need the person he's playing against. Unfortunately, Ty is out running errands.
Ah.
And I think he left his phone here because I hear it in the distance. Oops.
Yeah, I remember Ty being pretty good at it too. I hadn't played it in a while at that time, but I still haven't. So
after that showdown, which was legendary, I never want to play this game. They're too good, and I know I'll get my tail whipped. Oh, okay. Do you have any other? Was there any other questions we missed from Bacon?
Ty's favorite game.
Floppy.
Oh yeah, what is Ty's favorite game?
I'm gonna say since we're RPG mostly, I'm gonna say tactics. Like Chrono Trigger's up there too. I'm gonna go with tactics. He's boarded for every system under the sun.
I'm surprised you're not saying Final Fantasy VII.
I would be up there too. But I think he likes tactics a little bit more. He didn't play. He bought the remake, but he didn't play it. Like he has that. I guess you can't see on the shelf there behind me because it's too far. But
I see Chewy bars.
Nah, well, that's a food shelf. I would actually have to physically pull it down with that special one with the motorcycle. And in fact, I'll be right back. But the funny part was he doesn't like 7 Remake too much because you're like, well, this game isn't turn-based anymore.
Yeah, it's a different style.
Definitely.
I think it's a great game, but I can understand not liking it if you prefer the turn-based.
Yeah, I was a bit disappointed that classic mode didn't make it turn-based. It just
classic mode is trash. Just play easy mode. I made the mistake of playing through classic mode. I'm like, it's not doing anything other than that easy mode doesn't do.
Well, yeah, they fixed it for Square Enix and their names. The Integrate version that you can only go on PS5 now, but they added a normal version of the classic mode, and I'm like, why wasn't this there from the beginning?
Oh, I didn't even know they did that.
Yeah,
I missed that detail too.
No, I saw it at the end because I guess when I saw that, I just got really salty. Sorry, remember.
that mode's that updated mode's only on PS5 too.
Yeah, nice expensive console that you can't get. I'm not really interested in. I'm paying $500 just to get an upgraded Final Fantasy VII and a side quest.
Oh yeah. I mean, don't bother with that.
I'm not.
We're still in game launch rock mode here.
Yeah.
I think I'm the only one here who hasn't played it yet. The remake.
It's good. I think it's really good.
It's a little bit padded because they tried to stretch what is only like a fifth of a story into what needs to be a third of a story, and so they take something and then they added a little too much filler to it, I think.
Yeah, a lot of the dungeons are much longer than the original. Like a lot of the sewers and
you climb up here, go over here,
micro reactors.
No playable Red 13 yet. It's garbage.
Yeah, that's you're gonna get playable Yuffie before Red 13. How about
which is
that?
an outrage. She sucks.
Yeah, I think it was Bayomek that was upset about that too.
Yeah, Yuffie sucks. Where's Red 13? He's the best character in the game, hands down, best character. And they better keep that part in the remake where you have to dress up as a soldier to get onto the ship, and he waddles in on 2 legs and a uniform. They better keep that.
I'm kind of worried about how they're gonna parse out the rest of the game across multiple volumes because we've got Midgar was that whole section was obviously like a good opportunity to fill in more, to pad in more, but there's not really anything in the rest of the game that lends itself to that. And so you're going to have this like intense focus, lots of stuff, and then immediately go to a world map that has nothing.
Yeah, I wonder. I know it'll probably start at Calm, the first town you go to outside of Midgar, but this makes me wonder what they're going to do after that, like how far it will go. I think it would make sense for like the story to start at the Midgar flashback and then end at current Midgar.
Oh, yeah, and at Nibelheim.
Yeah, excuse me, Nibelheim. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a good way to bookend a game, but I don't know if they're going to do enough volumes that it's going to be there. I'm kind of I think that they should do it that way, but I'm going to expect that the next game is going to take us to the end of disc 1.
Oh, that's pretty far. Sure.
I'm thinking if they try to compress it any more than that, it's going to suck.
They're going to pad it out with all these trips back to all these towns you previously visited.
I hope
And if
not.
it has an overworld, you'll have to travel all the way back there. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
This sounds like the pacing's just gonna go to garbage.
I think. Well, speaking of the pacing, I think one of the ways. Now, stop me if I haven't heard this because I haven't gone all the way through the remake yet. So maybe.
Can we just preemptively stop you?
Same boat,
you
Drew.
can do that too.
No,
There's nothing
keep going.
stopping you from stopping me. But they should use like the Genova fights. They should move them around. Like, don't have Genova birth on the ship out of Junon. Like, have Jehovah birth. Jehovah? Wow.
Jehovah? It's in Latin. It starts with an I, Drew.
All right, so Inova birth should be the final boss of Remake Volume 1. And Remake Volume 2 should go to Life, Remake Volume 3 should go to Death, and then Remake Volume 4 to Sephiroth. Spoiler alert.
Is that really a spoiler, though? I wonder if this guy's the final boss.
Yeah. I've heard whispers that they're going in a different direction.
Yeah.
Literally whispers. I think that's what they're called. They're making you go in a different direction. No, well, they're trying to make you go in the same direction.
Oh, yeah, they're trying to, they're like, you know what Final Fantasy VII needs? Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
it's way less convoluted than Kingdom Hearts still.
Give it time.
For now.
They're starting to pull in. I mean, by looking at the preview for Interlude, they're pulling in Dirge of Cerebus stuff early.
I mean, yeah, some tied together with Crisis Core, I'd be okay with that. But Crisis Core was good.
Speaking of Crisis Core, that the ending is I know some of you haven't finished it. I don't want to get into it, but there's a twist there.
Yeah, Drew, you have no business not finishing it yet.
Well, I'm not sure if I should wait for the PlayStation 5 version.
No, just play it.
Like, am I gonna have to like do it all over again?
Well, you can transfer your.
Do our saves transfer? And actually, is the second game actually going to use our save for the first game?
They would have to.
Start as fresh?
It would be really, really bad if they don't. Which I'm not saying like that. I mean, it's Square Enix, so they could screw us, but it seems like it has to be a connected story. You have to be able to, like, what's the point of getting anything, in the game if you can't bring it to the next story element?
Though I will say something that defied my expectations in a good way is that I was expecting that, because the characterizations for the Final Fantasy VII characters and everything after the original game has been absolute garbage, flanderized nonsense, and I'm really glad that they not only have their original nuance, but they seem to have be even more well-rounded, even more fleshed out, even more Cloud's not just emo boy, and like Tifa is more of a character than she was before, so you can actually believe a relationship between them when it was just, hey, we were in the same hometown.
They actually flesh out the characters a lot. That's one of the things they do the best, is make you actually care about the main characters and the side characters. They give like Biggs, Wedge, Jesse, all of them a lot more value to them. So I think it's a really, really good game.
Yeah.
I mean, I only played like 2 games last year, so it was my game of the year, but it's definitely a game that I would play I plan on playing through again, because I want to play through it on normal mode. I played through it on easy mode just to get through it.
Yeah, I'm playing on normal, so I'm kind of I want to say stuck, but
it's hard.
Yeah, I just finished the fight with what was that guy's name? Reno. After he was done trashing me, and I know there's a bald guy, Rude is looking for me. I'm not looking forward to that fight, so that's where I got stuck at. But amazing game.
Rude will be a little easier having lived through Reno, but it's still he's still gonna body you.
I'm not looking
neither
forward
of the two.
He's not as bad as the Hell House, but he's bad.
Oh my god.
Neither of the, as far as human encounters go, neither of them compare to Rufus.
Oh man, I might have to put that game on easy.
I think the thing is it expects you to play through the game multiple times to get all the secrets and stuff. So I figured because you can do New Game Plus. I'll go through and play it on normal with my New Game Plus, and I'll get some more stuff. I will never play it on hard though. No way. No. That's just dumb.
Now you just imagine me and my arrogance. It's like, I play Shin Megami Tensei game. This is like walk in the park. 2 hours later, this is too hard.
Though I do have to say, as far as character improvements go, I am also just loving Aerith as street kid kind of ditzy versus Purity Sue.
Oh, I feel like in remake she's a little bit of a troublemaker. I like it.
He is.
Yeah, I think about her with the steel chair.
Yeah.
Hey, she grew up in the slums. Gotta show it.
Oh, there was in our Balto Discord, there was a comic that someone shared from it that was great from remake with Aerith, and she's like, bold of you to assume that the only thing we sell here is flowers, implying that she sells marijuana. I wish I could find that little comic because the expression on her face was great. That's just how I'm imagining Aerith now. Whenever I see those flowers, I'm like, bold of you to assume that's all we sell.
So don't the flowers just turn into life stream after they die, though? So how can you cut them and bring them to other people?
Don't think about it too much.
How can you build anything out of wood?
Don't think about this too much.
How can you pulp paper and cardboard?
Hey Drew, how can you kill the chat in 5 seconds?
Yeah, look what you've done, Drew. With all your questions. All your questions.
Well, we accidentally sidelined CW here, so.
Right, we still haven't gotten his favorite game.
Yeah,
we did. Yeah,
we did.
Final Fantasy 9.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that was the very first question I fielded.
Yeah, we had a whole conversation about Final Fantasy 9 and Vivian, how much better he is than other characters.
Yeah, you see, you're just confused because he's got the video on now.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. It's the video.